Yeah, there we go.
Hey y'all, hey, it's another episode of Bonafide Her Podcast featuring the one and only Zen Skywalker.
What's going on, y'all?
What's up? How you doing, sir?
I'm doing real good today, enjoying my morning. How you doing today?
You know we blessed to be alive another day, another blessing, another dollar. So,
Another day to hoop, you know.
that's facts. Cause I'm gonna be hooping later on, like probably in the evening. Just it'll be like prime time for me. So like get the whole gym to myself. So I'm good to go. So
I'm working on my handles and doing calisthenics later on. My hoop session tomorrow.
I know that's right. So let's get it started. So Zan, can you tell us like your sports journey, how you got to where you are?
Well, my sports journey started back in Detroit. Like I've been playing basketball until I realized that I could dunk in college. And I went to Wayne State at Baker College, but my entire life, I'm an actual multi-sport athlete. So I played football, baseball, I've swam, I've done mixed martial arts. I got a black belt in Muay Thai, but I'm actually a professional street baller and professional dunker. So I only do have one dunking championship, like a dunk contest under my belt in Detroit from Pickup USA. And I'm trying to get more as I keep going. But besides that, my journey, I ain't gonna get too deep in the hoop and I'm gonna get into the dunking aspect because that's like really, really what I love. I got a love for the game, but getting on that rim is what's been getting me paid, besides like my defense and stuff like that. So Flight Squad with my homie Jason, Jay McCoy, Jay Smooth, he the one that got me into the professional dunking because in all through high school and college, all we ever did was work out. Like we was gym rats. We'd go in the gym, shoot around, but it's like we realized we could jump high as hell. So it didn't really make sense of doing layups at a certain point no more when we was young. And he gave me the opportunity. I ended up not having a job when I got out of college, trying to look for one. He was like, "Hey, bro, you want to come hoop? I know you love hooping, but I can get you an opportunity to come dunk with us, bro." Dip out for us for the winter time and with Flight Squad, we went all through the East Coast and down south and traveling to schools and going to communities. Besides even just that, I had an opportunity to like when it come to and one and like street ball, I grew up watching that and I grew up watching players like Hot Sauce, Bone Collector, Escalade, you skip to my Lou, and then you got Allen Iverson, Kobe. They all incorporate street ball moves, Stephon Marbury. So trying to put my game towards them and give kids something to remember, but also advocating being drug free, not no domestic violence, like stay away from abuse, stay in school. Like that's the where I came from. We didn't really have that. So to be able to go out there and produce that out there and not just have somebody look at me for you might not know who I am, but when I get on this court, these kids looking up to me because that's how I look at an athlete. You look at me for greatness or just some kind of guidance, and I don't want to guide you down the wrong way. I want you to do the right thing at the end of the day. So that journey, I want to say like 4 years ago, because I'm still kind of new to the pro dunking scene, but I've been making my stamp everywhere that I go. Like if people go to my Instagram, I have been dunking on people lately. Like I've been recording a lot more and getting myself more personable. Like it's easy to talk to families and talk to kids, but like the one-on-one setting, like it was actually hard for me to try to break that down. And moving from Detroit to Arizona, I joined the Reservation All Stars and got an even bigger contract in Flight Squad to go and hoop on all the reservations and get an entire background that I didn't even understand or didn't know. And seeing that lifestyle and seeing that livelihood and how the kids and the family and the communities that we impacted with just us coming in, like we are minor celebrities to an extent, like, but they make you feel like you Kyrie Irving. Like that's my favorite basketball player ever. But that's what they make me feel like when I go out there. It like make a miss, like you get the eyes and the oohs. And I pride myself. You can ask any of my teammates. I didn't miss for 2 months. It didn't matter what we was doing. If anybody was injured, even if I was injured, I gotta give these people my all. It's not even just because they paying me. It's for the love of this and it's for the love of them. You didn't bring me out here to have the average park hooper or to get some normal basic dunks. Like I was going to reservation schools and breaking their rims and breaking the backboards and knocking the screws out. Like me and my teammates, we in there having fun. Like it was just a whole new vibe. And then we also, I would say one of the best moments, and I appreciate you, Jesse Jackson, so much. That's the guy's name. He's a native from Southern Oregon. He showed us the most love. He's a tribal leader, but he also blessed us, like to keep and have a safe journey, to no injuries, no harm to us. Nothing happened to us. Him and his tribe, they took amazing care of us, and that was like didn't know him from a grain of salt. I don't necessarily let everybody pray for me. I don't really understand like who a lot of people religions are and what are you really. I don't want your ill intent, but from the moment that we met him, it was nothing but beauty, tranquility, blessed vibes with him. I couldn't. It was nothing more than that. And then for him to watch us and set up so much stuff for us, like we went to South Oregon for one game. He had us for five. Money on hand, cash on hand, and love on hand. Like we was just doing it just off the love, but being able to see like you treating us like an NBA player, you treating us like stars. Like I've played basketball overseas a couple times. Like this is the most love I have ever seen from a group of people that don't even know us and accept us. So that also brought my love back in the game like a whole bunch more and made me really appreciate and be proud of what I was really doing out here.
Man, that's real. Right? The fact that you mentioned and one, because especially like I remember seeing hot sauce. I remember and Skip to my Lou, because people forget Skip to my Lou.
You
Rafier
know?
Austin was in the
Yeah.
and then you mentioned the professor. I was like, man, like that was like one of those what a time to be alive moments. Like you had to be there to watch that. Like, and they even had shoes that was from N1 too. People were buying those shoes, the N1s.
The
But
Starberries, all of them.
now
And
the
speaking of
Starberries
hot
messed up
sauce,
my toes. Starberries messed up
Starberry,
my toes.
you must be flat foot.
No, it was more like so. I remember having Starberries, and they used to sell it at Stephen Barry's or yeah, Stephen Barry's. And I was playing in basketball, and then I'm like, next thing I know, I was like, dang, this is my first bruised toe. I was like, what's going? I was like, man, come on, like. But my question for you is, you know, what would you say is like some of the misconceptions when it comes to street ball and being a professional dunker?
A lot of misconceptions when it comes to street ball is a lot of people believe that street ballers can't actually hoop. And it's a difference between being a professional street baller and hooping outside. People that hoop outside, and like I always say, get your cardio, get your energy in, get whatever you gonna get in. But I'm gonna just name off three of my teammates that like one of actually two of my I watched growing up until like actually from elementary school. One of them I started watching in middle school. Hot Sauce, he was at the beginning of the Reservation All Star Tour, and to meet him, that was like super OG legend. The one that I was just with in Texas, Sir Isaac, you would look at them two, you wouldn't even know. Like if you don't play basketball, you wouldn't know. Like it's a lot of sports analysts that's never touched the ball, never been outside. The closest you are on court is sitting on the sideline. And I'm not discrediting them, but you wouldn't know that they understand the game and understand the love of the game and every kind of angle, critique, and basically the ins and outs of the whole thing. And with them being the age that they are, not saying that they old, but it's guys that they age that can't even move like that. And they move faster than the guys. They understand the all around game is that they will set you up to get dunked on, or they will dunk on you. I'm not gonna say hot sauce, but Isaac. Isaac is shorter than me, and he got more bounce than me, and I gotta get him that. But my third one is Zigzag. Zigzag is so cold with the handles. Him and Isaac, and they back court is crazy. The biggest misconception I always see is that they don't believe because it's like it's always a carry or a travel or it's certain stuff. That's the show ball and the entertainment that we grew up with. If you ever been to Rucker Park or played basketball for real, if you go out there and get hit with a cold move and somebody throw it over your head and catch it and shoot the ball and it's green, they let cold people in the NBA get away with stuff all the time. James Harden, LeBron, they travel. And you doing a cold move, or you the king, or you the man at what you do, so you get to get away with it. You can't be new coming in trying to think you can travel, taking you 4 steps so you can get a cold dunk without them calling it. You got to earn your right, and you got to pay homage to the ones that paved the way for you. That's what I've learned out here about the real misconception. A lot of people think they can hoop against a normal street baller or a normal player, and it's not that. And I think another misconception with it is because people don't understand that the game has evolved. Everybody not a short guard. A lot of short guards had their opportunity to go overseas, did great in college, but you knew that you wasn't gonna get to the NBA. So you got to remember the NBA is just like at the end of the day, you got to apply to the NBA like a regular job. It's an application. If you can't make it there, what's your next step? Where you gonna go? What you gonna try to do? Because basketball can be forever, but how you gonna set it up for yourself?
So, because like a lot of people like to, I notice a lot of people, like I've had people that play overseas on here, and I would always ask them the misconceptions of it because I notice a lot of people would think, oh, they just take their talent overseas. Oh, this would be easy. I'm like, no, like you try hearing the stories about overseas from players that played overseas and like the crazy fans that they have to experience or they experience like but like for you, like what was your experience like playing overseas, and how did you, how what was the transition like playing overseas to now playing professionally in street ball?
So the difference with I've seen the work ethic was a lot harder because we had practices, but where I had went and I was on the training team at first because I got my actual contract off defense and rebounding. I scored here and there, but I'm not gonna sit up here and lie like I was the coldest. I was the one that I'm gonna go get you a bucket. I'm gonna go get you what you need. I'm gonna swing it out. If you the hot hand, I'm gonna get that to you, but I'm gonna get 10, 11 assists on just something normal. But when we used to get up in the beginning of everything, and you gotta earn your spot, it's not just you there. You may be literally the only one that speak English. The only one, and you just gotta get how you live. Your teammates may not want to hang out with you. They might not even like you. Y'all all are from all these different areas. You got to try to figure it out. But also, I happen to be blessed to get room and board, to get some travel paid for me, not to have a car, but to have somebody come pick me up because I couldn't read half the stuff I was looking at. And luckily, some people did speak English there to try to direct us, and we was kind of close to the facility. But playing the game, you get your training for a specific amount of time. After that, it's over. If you not on that level or if you not there, if you get hurt, if you can't keep up with everybody, you go home. Your contract will end. There's nothing that you can do about it. You better hope you can try to get on another team, and you better hope they nice enough to truly, truly send you home. Because everybody over there playing overseas is like playing in JUCO trying to get you a spot. It's hard as hell, and you got to be hungry. If you not a dog and you don't want that ball, and when you get it, you don't make an impact on both ends of the court, don't do it. If you don't got no love for the game for real, don't do it. Because being over there is gonna test your love. Not being at home in general will test your love. When you got somebody that you care about, if you married or you not, you got your parents that really love you, you got siblings, a niece. Every time I had left home, no matter what the situation was, it was hard for me mentally as a player. And I got to get over that hoop, that not the hoop, I got to get over that hump to try to excel to the next level. And I ended up getting hurt. I got a couple tears in my knee while I was over there. So I couldn't do what y'all needed me to do. So I had to get sent home. And then part of that's another part of it for people. If you get sent home, it's not always because you was doing bad. It's just so something don't mess up even worse. They could push you forward and then I tear something and now I'm stuck over there. Like I tear something to the point I can't walk and I'm already limping. I can't get up how I want to, and now I got to transition. Should I go to work? Should I quit playing basketball? Should I get this up? Should I be an office worker at this point? And no, I can't be an office worker. But sometimes people got to understand it's like you may have to be that to get you some rehab, to get you the right amount of things. And then we don't got no insurance with this. Unless you go to work or you buy external insurance, that's the main thing that people don't understand. There is no insurance if you're not in the NBA.
Mm.
So please don't get hurt. They not gonna take care of you if you get hurt wherever you at. Professional dunker, street baller, you go overseas. Everything at the end of the day is a job, or it's like we are saying Detroit, it's a run. The run, I'm not gonna say it's bound to end. You can have a good run, but remember, this is work too. You got to keep your body in A1 peak performance, like LeBron. He get all that money and spend $1 million on his body every year. That's why we don't see him with serious injuries because he take care of himself. He ain't out partying, and if he is, he ain't drinking too much. He don't put no poisons in his body to help break him down, and don't ever not want to excel. Even with Kobe, he had a whole bunch of breaks and injuries, but he worked his body so hard that he could play through it. I break my right hand, I can play with my left hand. I break my left hand, I play with my right. I tear my Achilles, I can still shoot without my legs. It's NBA players like Russell Westbrook out there hooping with a broken fingers, and that's normal. If you're a dunker and you're a hooper, that's normal. But they got the ability to go get that taken care of and be back within a couple weeks. Anybody that's not in the NBA, to me, we are all normal athletes, like we are human. We gonna break down, but if you want to be great, you got to understand how to rehab it to that next level that people didn't want to understand, and I didn't want to understand back then. So that was a big lesson that I had to learn.
Man, because it's crazy. Like you mentioned, I was like, I used to hear that all the time where LeBron would spend millions of dollars like training, and I'm like, millions of dollars. I was like, okay. And I remember like, and it's the same thing. I would say it's the same thing in ways with Chris Paul. Like when people forget Chris Paul, like the way how he has been in the league for so long, he had to change. He switched from like regular food to like plant based diet to where
Yep.
like you see how his game changed. You see the longevity that he has put in the work, and now like
Yeah.
he's in his like I mean either the 21st season, and this is like his final year. Like the fact that
Oh
he
yeah.
like this is crazy, and then you know I would have never guessed there would be no insurance for overseas basketball, especially for the players. I would have never guessed that. I was like, I
It
thought they would.
depends on who you with. It depends on if you got the right agent or if you speak in the right language, and depend on how much money they give you. Cause going overseas, yeah, they do pay a lot. They will get you right, but a lot of countries, their healthcare is so low. Like the price of it is low. It's almost free. Or if it's any price. So why do I gotta pay for your healthcare? If you know it's something wrong, you got this time, go to the doctor. But your contract might state the money that you getting, like with your room and board, it might not be included in that. So you got to pay that out of pocket, or they taking that out of that. Whatever food that we gonna get you, whatever rides, whatever else we gonna get you, we can take it out of that. Like who is that? Pat Bev said it the best when he was talking about the NBA, and this is why a lot of it's certain NBA players, certain college players don't understand it. And you just hit the nail on the nose when you talk about CP3, how you change your game. Pat Bev was averaging almost 40 in high school, went to college and had to understand that he had to transition. You're not gonna always be the scorer. It's gonna be somebody better than you. Got to get in where you fit in. You might have to be this role player, but to be in this role player may get you a ring and get you another 50 to 100,000, 100 million your next year. And that's a big thing that people don't understand. Like I realized when I went over there, I'm not like over here. In the US, I'm a big to an extent because I'm 6'3", and I don't have the frame of a big, but I'm an actual guard when you play with true people that hoop. I'm guard size, or put me at maybe a small forward. You got to understand how to transition and play that game right to get that money. But they not gonna pay people that amount. Like who is that that's over there right now? Bone collectors in Russia hooping, and you got to put up numbers to stay in Russia and hoop and get the money that they want, and they gonna treat you beautifully. As an overseas athlete, you don't do what you want, that hate gonna come. The hate is really gonna come because they don't know you, and this ain't what we paid for.
That's crazy because I like, I was saying like earlier, like, man, the fans don't care about who you are. They will send like crazy messages to these players. And I'm like, because I used to hear like recently, like I had seen one of the Harrison twins talk about his overseas basketball experience on a podcast, Run Your Race. And he was talking about how like, he was playing against a team from Serbia, and there's like two teams from Serbia that are really big. They're big rivals, and he was like the fans is crazy up in Serbia, and I didn't realize like the people in the Serbia fans, they were like
Believe it.
crazy. Like they would have fires being like blown up in the
Yeah.
game. They would throw stuff, and he was like, "Man, I just want to go home. Like this is crazy." And I'm like, these. I was like, do folks not know that they need to draw the line when it comes to like the safety of the players, especially like somebody could get hurt. My goodness,
Oh
like.
yeah. And
I'm
that's
like,
that's what it is. It's like because when and another misconception that people don't understand, and it happened like with the BG case when she went to Russia.
oh
You
god,
not
yeah.
understanding their laws. I felt so bad what happened to her, but you didn't understand their laws and you thought you could get away with it, and that's cool. A lot of laws are not to protect anybody out there or how they system is set up. Yeah, we could be athletes, we could be high paid athletes. If you watch when Court Kings went to Caracas and they was in Venezuela, they had the police having to literally push people back because they don't have the barricades, but we in a bad area trying to do a good thing. So what can we really do? And it's only 30 of us and it's 30,000 of them. We can only do so much. So you gotta be vigilant. Like you gotta know, like, all right, we come in here to hoop. If anything go wrong, we already got the escape route. We already got the plan. You gotta just be mindful. Do what you need to do and get out of there. Like we didn't have to go to say for instance, we driving over here in the States, because I can make it relatable to a lot of people over here. If you have hooped before you have traveled, you might have had to drive through a sundown town.
Oh,
You may not know it was a sundown town, but you got to be vigilant on what's going on. We can get out the car going to a gas station, not trying to cause no trouble. But you see the looks people giving you. You see what kind of town this is, and now you defensive, you a little scared. But let's make this trip quick. Let's not try to play around. Let's not argue with nobody. Yeah, we see the looks. You don't have to say nothing at all. Luckily, I have had some very, very, very smart teammates. We go in, we go out. Even when we go to a new place, like when we went to Southern Oregon and Northern Idaho, straight farmlands. I have a lot of family in Mississippi. I love being in the country. But you think I'm about to play out here at night? No. We about to go to McDonald's. We about to go to the store. I'm going back to the casino hotel that we was living in. I'm going home for the night. Ain't nothing out there but danger. And this is not what I'm getting paid to do. And at the end of the day, I'm an athlete. So I'm not gonna say I'm doing what's on that contract. I'm doing what you paying me for. I'm in this room stretching. I'm in this room watching film. I'm making sure what I'm here for is my priority. And on my last team, I was the captain too. I forgot to tell you that. I was the coolest team captain ever and leader. Like, as long as you do your job, I don't have nothing to say to you. But it's like when it also come to that, I didn't yell at nobody. Like how me and you talking right now, I felt that we adults, I can hold you accountable. And we have men and women on our teams. If you having a bad day and I know how you really are, I'm not really even about to say nothing to you. You know that you had a bad day. If you acknowledge that with me, we might have had a little one-on-one because you want to pull me to the side, like, hey, my bad. Hey, look, it's cool. I trust, I understand. I done had a bad day. I ain't been wasn't able to do the dunks that I wasn't able to do. I might have missed the shots that I didn't hit. I might have didn't throw the good pass to you. Like, I'm not about to hold you at fault for that. But if I know that you really, really out here doing something, I'm gonna ask you what's going on, what you dealing with. Cause like I said earlier, it's that mental aspect of not being home. You might have a lot going on that you ain't saying to us. And now it's affecting you on court. And I'm not saying it to you because it's messing up the money. I'm saying it to you off the love as a teammate. I want us to all be a one mind and one sound. We go out there so you don't mess around and hurt yourself doing something. I want you to make it home. And that was the one thing I live by and explain to them. We all got to make it back home.
man, because I would say one of the underrated blessings is going out and making it home safe.
Yeah. The
Because
most underrated.
you never know like what's gonna happen. And that's why I'm always like, for me, I'm always big on telling people that I care about, like, hey, how much I appreciate you. 'Cause you never know what someone is going through. You never know what, when your day is gonna come. Because like you
Yeah.
always gotta tell the people that you love, like, hey, I just want to say I appreciate you. Just want to make sure you're good and stuff. So, but my question for you is, and it's crazy how we know the same people. Val, and I was like, man. So, and it leads to my question is, what inspired you, got you into advocating for women's sports?
What got me into advocate for women's sports was just women in general. Like I'm married, but I love women, like in all ways, shapes, or forms. Like it don't matter how it come. And I feel like y'all have been getting lowballed for so long that y'all been having to do whatever y'all could to keep yourselves afloat. And especially when it come to women's sports, as much, and I'm gonna say in the past 5 years, I have watched it incline in men, not collegiate sports, because men has always watched women play basketball. But the WNBA, and I can name off a few names, but men know who women players are. Y'all just weren't getting the same respect as the men basketball players was. But y'all viewership, I will say, have went up dynamically. And then there's girls in the game, even college, overseas. That was the main thing that y'all did. Cause I'm not about to go and get paid as like a McDonald's manager when I can go overseas and go get this bag real quick. And another thing that really throws me, and I'm glad that it does happen in the women's sports now, the NILs been killing me because it's no way a college player should be making more than a professional athlete supposed to. But when I said they are the highest form of female professional athletes, there's no way if I leave college making a couple million, I gotta go make a few thousand. That's a backwards transition. I shouldn't have to fight my way to get sponsorships, get a shoe deal, none of that. And I didn't have to do all that when I was in college to did these couple million to get y'all to pay for my schooling and then some put my mom in this house. These women out here, they showing they behinds. I had to stop myself because they showing they behinds and they do got a real big point. Y'all have a massive following to the point that these men athletes are y'all boyfriends and some of y'all, these are y'all spouses. And it's still shocking to me because there's some WNBA players that are married. Their combined income is not even $1 million a year. While we got NBA players, and I understand, I feel it, cool. Y'all getting 256 M's per season. You can't throw 50 of that over there. Y'all all supposed to be athletes. We all supposed to be able to show that same love. And this is me working with professional female street ballers, professional female athletes hooping against college women, D1, D2, overseas women come back. I even hooped against BG out here. You big as hell. Like for your game and your midi to be that polished, you got so much etiquette and that footwork. That's dedication to the game. We supposed to pay you. And no FedEx driver should be able to make the same amount as you in 1 year. And you do and put in more harder work than he do or she do. Like that is crazy to me. Like I feel like that's a supreme low ball in sports when they got all this money and we spend it how we want to. And it's like, nah. I feel them though, because I've been seeing like pay us or we gonna sit down, pay us or we not gonna play. I feel that. I understand where it's coming from because y'all have been getting a nice explosion with it. Like y'all been getting nice publicity. Like anytime that y'all they post anything with women's sports, like for a certain moment in the preseason, they didn't like Angel Reese. I was kind of disappointed because her game wasn't translating with her training, but I know she could hoop because I seen what she did at LSU
Hmm.
and everything transition. Everything that she posted was getting over millions of views. Y'all had that much hate for her, but that same love that came around, now she out here still dropping the same double doubles, but putting up great points, doing great moves, putting up great shots. She doing what y'all asking her, and now y'all still want to hate on her, but y'all don't want to pay him.
It's
But
just it's just crazy how she gets the crazy hate, like unnecessary hate. Like she could be doing like, and it's like, I wish I could get into what I want to say, but then I feel like if I say what I say, I'm gonna make a lot of people clutch their pearls. It's
Look,
like,
we can have our sidebar after this. It's cool.
cause I'm just saying, like, it's the unnecessary hate that, like, I'm gonna say this, the unnecessary hate that the black women athletes get when
Yeah.
it comes to the professional sports. Like, it's like, how do you show love to one player, right? But then you have all these black women, basketball players who's played for years, who's brought the game, and y'all don't give them credit. But it's like show love to one player because I get it. They helped you with the great viewership. I get it, but you can't praise
Can't
one
discredit
player.
that player.
You can't praise one player to like diminish or
Mm.
discredit the other players. Like that's not how it goes. That's not fair. Especially like when there's other players that's as good, if not maybe better than that player. So, but I'm like I said, I may probably clutch or made people clutch their pearls and stuff, which
Oh, I know exactly who you talk about because it's so crazy to me, and that don't make no sense. Because if I gotta give it to the person that has been holding it down, actually, it's a few women. Lisa Leslie is one of, but Diana Taurasi is for like before she retired for the past 20 years was holding it down, like USA and over here, like the Olympics. She cold. I can't even hold you. But the new gen, I can't wait till Juju Watkins go to the WNBA. I cannot wait. I hope she don't go overseas, but I cannot wait for her to go to the WNBA. Then we got it's a 5-star forward that can dunk, and it's not no rim grazing. I cannot think of her name. I've been seeing her TikTok.
is it? Oh, I think I meant
I think her name Olivia Edwards. I
Aaliyah
think that
Edwards.
Aaliyah Edwards. Yeah, she coming down tomahawking 2 hands on.
Oh no, wait, Aaliyah Edwards isn't maybe Aaliyah Crump.
Yeah, I think it's Olivia. Cause I just watched it like a little earlier when I was getting up. That's the first thing that's on my For You page.
That's
And then
crazy.
have you seen they finally did, I don't know if it's on the TNC, but they did the first female 1v1s?
On the 22 thing.
Yeah,
Yes. Oh man, do you know how? Like I saw the video last night. I was like, do you not like the crowd? Even the people came out and showed out, and it was one
that's
on
what
one.
that's beautiful. That's what I'm saying. Like we need, and it's not even we need more of that because I'm not I gotta talk about the NBA, especially that All-Star game and the All-Star the NBA to me, it's too political. They not hooping no more. They are not hooping no more. And I'm glad they came out with that one show that was on HBO Max when they was talking about the Lakers back in the 80s and how they came to
Oh,
be and all that.
Showtime. Showtime.
Yes. Me and my brothers watched that. When I tell you everything from that point made so much sense, but then with just playing basketball, you see how politicked out it really is. A lot of times in a lot of spots, they don't be really wanting you to hoop the way that you will. They don't be wanting y'all to hoop as a team. And that's what I feel like really been breaking the teams, and that's why people don't really go far because you can play great one-on-one ball, but you can't play as a team. And then if you can play as a team, you can't play one-on-one ball. I would love to see in the NBA All-Star game. I want to see one-on-ones happening, or give me like how the big three doing. Give me a nice 3-on-3. Give me a because why is college basketball dunk contest and why is the 3v3 dunk contest going harder than the NBA dunk contest? I haven't seen a great dunk contest since Aaron Gordon and Zach Levine.
Oh gosh, I was about to say 2016 was the last time. You know what? They should have. I ain't gonna lie. They should have ended with a tie. Just like, hey, just keep it as a tie. But they kept saying we need a winner. I'm like, just keep it as a tie where they both won, just co-leader. Because that was the
Look,
last time Aaron Gordon said, "I'm not entering." Like this is crazy. Like it was.
it's
It was.
it's so much. I can't take a tie in the dunk contest. That's gonna hurt my feelings as a dunker. I can't because somebody got to be better than somebody.
I get it. I'm just saying, like, cause it was just so. And my thing is too. You made it like. the fact you said it precisely how the NBA is not how the NBA was back in the day. Like there's the recency bias. It's the recency bias to me that I've literally seen a lot lately. Not to mention the Bleachers Report top 100 greatest
Mm,
players of all. I was just like, I saw that list. I was like, y'all need to throw that list away. Like, how do you rank certain players? Like, I'm gonna make a lot of people clutch their breath. How do you rank Jason Tatum 93, but you rank Joel Embiid 66? And the man ain't done. The man hasn't went farther in the playoffs, and then he only won one MVP, which I get it. But there's speculations that people would say, oh, Jokic should have won that. And then he gets hurt all the time. He doesn't play a full season. But then
you
when
hit that
Tatum
nigga.
Tatum plays a whole freaking season, has made it to the playoffs every season, made it to like the conference finals five or maybe six out of the 7 and 8 times, made it to the NBA finals twice, won a ring, made first team all NBA, and
Multiple
like
accolades.
all these accolades. But then you have Embiid 66, who I'm just like, what is it? Like, I mean, a healthy Embiid is great. I get it. But how many times has this man played a full season? Like, I have yet to see this man play a full season. Like,
That's tough.
the furthest he has gone in the playoffs was that one year when they played against the Raptors and they lost to the Raptors because Kawhi Leonard hit that shot, that game-winning shot that literally just took them home. And
That was shooter's touch.
I'm just saying, like, I know if I probably made a lot of people clutch their pearls, but with that, but come on, like, I'm just saying, like, I guess raincoat, I guess, like, I mean, I don't know, I guess, because it was crazy because I was looking at Shaq and Tim Duncan on the top 10, which, okay, but if you look at, like, I'm looking at the accolades, I'm looking at the stats. Tim Duncan made the playoffs all 19 straight seasons. The one time Shaq misses is when he was that one season with he it was a season with Phoenix. He missed the playoffs one season. But yet, two MVPs, five national championships for Tim Duncan. And he's lower than Shaq, which I get Shaq is dominating. But I guess people don't like I'm like thinking, well, I guess people don't like winning seasons. I guess people don't like
And that's a
championships.
good debate. Mm.
Cause like
Because
he's like I get it. Shaq is a dominating center, get it. But if you're looking at the impact, like 19 straight seasons, making the playoffs, five rings, multiple time MVPs, multiple time Finals MVPs, the list can go on. I mean, I'm just saying, 15-time All NBA,
I'm
15
look,
time.
I'm picking Tim over Shaq. That's most dominant for me. I can't hold you because I get it. Because like the memory with Shaq used to break a lot of backboards. They changed how the NBA rim was made because of you. That we not taking that from you. Mr. Fundamental took you out the game without even having to dunk that many times. He could shoot better free throws. His
And he
passing
used reverse
selection.
psychology on folks. He used his college major with psychology. He would reverse psychology on people. Like he may be quiet, but the man will score 30
He
on you.
impactful. He gonna hit you with that downshift and don't even dribble, spin around, bump you in your chest, and realize, oh yeah, my arm is longer than the rim. Let me just go ahead and just put that in there. And now I'm giving you a double double, and then he's swinging it. They put their whole team. The Spurs had a dynamic. When I say a dynamic team back then, like it made no sense how they ran the ball. That was true team basketball. Like I gotta give it to them, and that's why I actually like the finals that just passed with the Pacers and OKC. That was the closest that we have gotten in a very long time of pure team basketball until Tyrese got hurt. They had to run together, but it started showing you the weaknesses in the NBA now. Everybody want to be a shooter. Don't nobody really know how to attack the cup efficiently, and y'all are all over 6'3". all over 6'4". Y'all all go to the weight room. Y'all are solid individuals. Obi Toppin supposed to be, he jump higher than most of the people on that court. He supposed to be dunking on people, or at least give me a high layup. Put yourself at the free throw line. Put somebody on the block. Show me something. And we have transitioned, and it's good, that we have transitioned to everybody is trying to understand the handles and the fundamentals and shooting. But I heard Jeff T said on the 520 podcast, I don't think we're gonna ever go back into the generation where we're gonna have bigs ever again, a true big again anymore. And that's a issue because Wemby is a freak of nature. He like to probably he may be the next KD. But if we had a Wemby with a Zion build going down low like that, that's gonna be dangerous. Like,
It's crazy. Like Wimby can play. He's a big, but he could shoot out the wazoo. He could shoot the three, and it's crazy. You know what's crazy is like people like everybody want to figure out the face of the NBA, and it's like all the first team all NBA's team, right?
hmm
How many you will see more foreigners. So you will see like Giannis, Jokic, Luca. Luca didn't make first team this year, but like Giannis, a Luca, a
oh man,
Giannis, and a Jokic, and the SGA, all foreign born players make first team. And then you have if you're like looking for, and I know some people like I don't want a foreign like player as a face of the NBA, but if you're looking at it like they are the best players, but yet they know how to work the American basketball system. They know how to get away with certain ones because
yeah,
they even said it to themselves. Oh, I could get away. It's easy. Like it's nothing compared to like when they played in their home country where
yeah,
those
it's
are different.
easier over here.
So
Like Luca been killing the game since he was 16 years old, winning championships. Came to the league, and I'm not gonna even say it wasn't even the right team. It was a slight adjustment that he had to do, but he didn't have the right people to get him a championship. And I feel like he probably gonna get one. I'm glad Joker got one, but that is an NBA player that I don't think he care about basketball for real. Like he
oh
love
Jokic,
hooping.
no, he just want to have
Yeah.
fun.
He just, he just out there and get some cardio in. I'm about to go bet on horses. He's so funny to me, was so cold. And I think they'd be scared of them too. Like Joker and Luke on the same team, and that's bad business. That's bad business right there.
So my question for you is, we were just talking about because I had merged that said athletes are humans first, and you're like, that's fire. So my question for you is, and I always say athletes are humans first. As an athlete, as an athlete, a black man, how important is mental health?
Mental health is, and I'm glad we speaking on this, is a very important topic to me because I have been through therapy, but I still deal with mental health like issues because it's just normal life stuff, like nothing really serious. But to me as a black man, and I'm gonna speak on the Reservation All Stars, I had the best teammates ever. Maybe not the greatest GM, but the best teammates ever. The last day of our tour, my sister died, and I had three assemblies and a basketball game that night. I don't know why we were so packed like that, but three games and an assembly. I found out when I got up in the middle of the night, like at 2, 3 in the morning, I went to the bathroom. And my wife actually looked at my phone because she couldn't believe what I had saw, and I threw the phone because I'm like, I gotta be dreaming. Like this is not real. Like I just talked to her, showed her we got the Colorado, showing her the river, all of that, and everything. Like I really felt that I lost my love for basketball. Like I couldn't for the first two assemblies, I couldn't perform at all. Like my teammates, she told them what was going on. My teammates, they literally did everything, like the setup, the talking, the breakdown, trying to get me to at least because like we around like 300-400 kids, and I'm trying to smile. I didn't even want to dunk when I came out on my stuff. I had a great group of people, and and when I realized out here, it's not that much love for black men, and it's not that much love for an athletic black man like that because you don't know what's coming behind it. Is it? the love that I'm gonna get that's gonna be unconditional, like a mother's love from a person. Like, are you gonna mess with me even if I still don't do this? Are you messing with me because you think you gonna get somewhere off of this? Like I got, and I'm not a celebrity at all, and I got people that think, oh yeah, because you did this, you can get me a spot on this team. Oh, you got this call just because I got the call. I still got to put the work in. They held me up, all of them, all nine of them held me up, including my wife, when I was on my knees. I couldn't do anything, and they got me through that whole point and understood. I had a one-on-one with every one of my teammates, and it wasn't even like they picking my brain or the generic answers. They just said that we right here with you. That's all. That's all. If you need me, my door unlocked. If you can't sleep, we right here. You ain't driving, we gonna make sure you eat. They was buying me food. They like, do you want to drink? They was trying everything to get me to, cause I've never lost a parent, and some of them have. I've never lost a sibling, and that was my first time, and some of them had. And they knew it wasn't really nothing to say, and it was the first time that, but like that I've had teammates like that that looked at me like you said, like I'm a human and not just an athlete or I'm a dunker or anything like that. Y'all, I leveled out with my whole team and it gave me a whole new respect for them. And when I got back home, it showed me the love that I got right there versus the love that I got when I was home was two different loves. It was almost the same, but it was different. And it showed me that to keep them great people around me, because at the end, they still check on me to this day. Like I appreciate and love all of them for how they was and what they do, and I'm glad that they good human beings and decent. But being a black man in this world and realizing that, and I excuse my language, but I realized that black men we're under shit when they look at us like that. Black women are right above the shit, and it's I'm not saying they should be down to us, but it's just that crazy. We are told like, and I know it's the same answer everywhere, and that's just sad that it's always like that. I was born in '95. And I still watch the younger men be told this when I go to schools and they ask me these things. Like, we told to not cry. You need to keep your head up. You got to deal with it. But they don't tell you how to deal with it. You telling me I got to deal with it, but how to deal with it, how to handle these suppressed emotions, how to handle this unlet anger. Where do I go? Who do I talk to? Where's my outlet? And some people, I'm gonna say some men, black men that I have ran into in my life, they play the game a lot. Like when we not hooping, we play the game. I'm an avid gamer. Love me some Call of Duty Zombie. Love Apex. Love Rainbow Six Siege. I might hop on Fortnite. You never know. Like I play a whole bunch of stuff. I Me and my therapist talked about me writing a book. Like I write adult horror stories and I put one on Amazon. Like nobody taught us how to deal with these outlets coming from where I came from. They just taught us how to go outside and be criminals, most part. But I see a lot of men that I grew up with, they are great men now because they took that time and now they have kids and they don't want to be how our parents was. They don't want to keep being that statistic. I'm glad to be 29, about to be 30 this year. It was hard to make it at 21 living on 7 Mile. Like I didn't move from Detroit till I was 26, 27. Like and officially like moved, and I don't plan on going back. Like I feel like I want to go into like one of my old towns that my family staying in Mississippi, Alabama, and like in my life there, like when I'm like 80, would have my grandkids come see me out there kind of thing. Like it took a lot of hard work to get to where I am, and I hope a lot of men, because women think that we creepy. Women think that just black men, but men in general are so creepy now. I'm glad to not be a creepy one. I am happy to be married, but I'm so glad that a select few men I'm around not creepy, but it's we got to do better as men so y'all can get better as women because we got to heal first. If we not healing and we keep repeating the same cycle, how do we expect y'all, and especially for the women that want the men to lead, how do y'all expect to learn from us and we can't grow up ourselves? So we can stop the repeated cycle of hatred for each other because we supposed to be loving each other out here. We supposed to be caring for each other. We all got our bad seeds, but it shouldn't. My bad experience shouldn't portray on your bad experience. I shouldn't hold my bad experience standard to you because you a whole different person, and I should get to know you. And I think that a lot that's the problem with a lot, especially with social media.
Mm.
People feel like they know you off what presence that you, whatever you do on there, or whatever you may say, instead of sitting down and just picking your brain.
It's real. Like, what you said is like, man, that's too real. Cause like, I've always like, like for me, I'm big on men's mental health too. Cause I was like, man, people don't understand. Like, if a guy is literally opening up to you, like take that as an honor badge. The man is opening up to you because they're like you said, like they're told to be strong all the time, cry and everything. And I always want to like having a safe space for men is so important for them because like
Hmm.
just imagine all the weight that they have to carry on their shoulders. Like there's gonna be times like being strong all the time it's gonna hurt, but also like they need that time where hey I just I need a rest. Like that's it. Like then you understand. Like and I to me, I think when a man expresses feelings, to me, I was like, it shows the human side. Like to me, it's like I always say, like that's a sexy trait for a man to express his feelings.
Yeah, you should be happy that somebody confident enough to open up to you
Right.
like that, and this you see how they was raised, and this is what they dealing with. Like you should be fine with that. You shouldn't try to weaponize that. That's what I'm trying to say, and that's what I see a lot of people do. They weaponize, and on both ends. When a
Hmm.
person open up to you, don't weaponize their feelings or whatever they doing for your personal gain, or hold it in like, oh yeah, but remember, like, no, 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 no. That's not how you. That's not an adult. That's childish. That's not how you grow. That's how you stunt your growth. You want to move forward in life. You want to get better in life. Like, and then as a man, how you gonna expect your woman to respect you if you weaponize her emotions against her every time?
And I think too, another thing is, and I learned this too, you don't have to be like, if you are in a relationship or marriage, you know, you don't have to be fully healed to be in a relationship, especially if that person, two people aren't going to be fully healed. They're going to,
Never.
it's going to take time. Like, if you have, like, if somebody's helping you to heal and you're helping them to heal, it's going to take time, but at least you're taking the time and like, hey, we're both healing, but we're gonna make sure that we're okay. We're gonna still continue to go strong,
Yeah.
continue to build and learn each other because, like you said, like the worst thing you anybody can do is like weaponize somebody like feelings or things that they've gone through and weaponize it against them because something didn't go their way. So it's like, oh, but you remember this? You remember you said this? You remember like it's crazy how people will remember what you didn't do for them versus how many times you have done for them. And it's
And that's
crazy.
and that's the boundary and accountability thing that people don't do. Like I've realized, and it was a problem with myself when I was younger, but I've been peeping that people do this too. Like just a random or just normal everyday people. We will set up a transparent boundary that you can get through, not a boundary that you gonna hold your ground or stand on. And then you get mad over and over and over when people overstep that boundary until it's like you explode. In which your emotions when you explode are valid, but it wouldn't have had to get to this point if you set that standard right then and there and just nip it in the bud. You don't got to condone everything. That was a great point you said. Everybody is not going to be healed, especially when you dating. Both of y'all may not be healed. One person or neither one. It's just, are you willing to grow? Are you willing to heal? Do you want to keep repeating the same cycle of hatred or animosity, or just, in a sense, like the statistic that we all know? Do you want to keep being a single mother? Do you want to keep making all these babies that you don't want to take care of or you can't take care of? Like, as the man, do you want to keep doing that to yourself? Do you want to just have all these baby mamas? Do you want your kids to really know who you are? Do you want to be able to be a part of your kids' life? Do you want to step up and take care of yourself? Because if you ain't taking care of yourself, you don't think that energy and all that hate is going off on that woman, and then that's putting off on that kid, and you just made her mess her life up because you want to be selfish. We ain't got to do that. You don't got to be that selfish. And I'm not knocking nobody or nothing. It's just everybody got their own experiences. And at the end of the day, it's never too late to heal. You can heal like right before you pass. You can heal tomorrow. You could get better, but every day is about learning to me. If you ain't trying to learn how to be a better man, especially as a black man in this world, if you ain't trying to learn how to be a better man, you failing. I gotta say that one, they failing.
Yeah. And I would say, so my question, this is, I always ask my guests this question. Bona fide means authentic and unique. But I always say the men, like, the authentic, being authentic, because, like, the authenticity is real. I don't know, I just butchered that real quickly. So this is a blooper. I'm gonna say this podcast is raw and real. So they're gonna have some moments that, whether it's the freezing moment where the camera be freezing or like
Hey, look,
me.
you good.
So podcast is raw and real. So my question for you is, what makes Zan Skywalker authentic, and what makes your like story stands out?
What make me authentic is where I came from and how I came to be. Is when I get on that rim, I'm about to really try to shake the building. I'm about to shake this wall. Anything that you look at that I do is gonna always be strong, but it's my work ethic with everything, and it's the pride and the passion I take in what I do. And if you just happen to catch my reels, or you just happen to ever see me hoop, and we get to do autographs afterwards, you get to see the smiles I put on people's faces. Like that's the authentic Zan. Is he just a kind person, and he a kind person that stand his ground, and that I'm just here to make your day, and I'm here to go on about mine.
I know that's right. You better let them know. Inspiration is one of the greatest gifts you could give to someone.
And I do this to make my mom and like the women in my life proud. I make my brother proud when I do this, my dad proud. Like I love sending them pictures when we be out. And I love like I was able to meet like people that I watched on TV, like meeting Hot Sauce, meeting Bone Collector, hooping with Ballers like Zay, meeting and hooping with Zigzag every day, hooping with my dog Gabe Dunks, SKN. Like I done met some legends, and it feel good like meeting Portland Trailblazers. I'm glad that basketball took me around the world so I can meet people. And it's not even on a like I don't fanboy. It's just like, man, I just like the same questions you asked me, like, dang man, how you get here? Like what is like being like this? And then I go on about my day. I'm gonna just let you do yours.
I know that's right. You gotta let them know.
You
So,
know?
so I call this the shameless plugs. I always want my guests to get the support and everything. So, can you let the viewers know how and where they can find you and follow you?
Okay, but before I do that, I gotta say this for my girlies, because I do know that this is a girls like athletic based page. So my wife makes nails. She makes press on nails for the girlies. They are custom press on nails. It's called Pretty Impressed on Instagram. He Everything about him is heat. Whatever you need, short, long, sharp, rounded. He got them all. Just hit her up. It's only a $15 deposit for him. But besides that, for me, you can find my basketball page, Zan Skywalker, on Instagram and on TikTok. I got a YouTube and a reaction channel called Z Reacts. That's when you just gonna get like the pure Zan that play the game and the goofiness, but the love side and the community side of me. So you get to see just besides the basketball, like it's nothing really like raunchy or nothing like that. I don't do stuff like that. Like I ask like personal questions, or you might see clips of me playing a game. And then my YouTube channel is Z Reacts. I post a lot of my basketball shorts and older video and podcast clips on there. I gotta do more. The more followers I get, I think I'm at like 170 on YouTube, but TikTok and Instagram, I went viral a couple times, but I'm still only like 1,000 followers range. So anybody is welcome to follow. Anybody welcome to ask me questions. I give out super tips, plyos, ISOs. You want to know how to dunk, or I can refer you to what overseas coaches or overseas players. If you want to get better, just tap in with me. I'm nice enough to do the stuff with. Oh, and I do security also. If you just need security help, if you in Arizona, I meant to say that, but besides that, that's just me. You can reach out to me on all my pages.
Y'all heard it from the man here first. Y'all be sure to follow Zan Walker at Zan underscore walk Skywalker. Y'all heard it from here
Yes,
first.
man.
So thank you guys for tuning in to Bonafide Her Podcast, episode 151, featuring Zan Skywalker. And shout out to Zan for
Yeah.
sharing your story on the podcast. Y'all be sure to tune in the live replay after this. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Shout out to
Peace.
Ashley.